3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? So this is one I actually did speaking of watch-alongs as well, a friend of the show, Ernest Christian. He has the Earnestly Speaking podcast. He also does the Take 3 Wrestling podcast. But on the Earnestly Speaking podcast, we did a watch-along, the Warrior Savage match from WrestleMania 7. So if you want to check that out, hear me over there with him. But while we were preparing for that, he kind of brought this up, so I'm stealing this topic from him. I don't even know if they're going to do it on Take 3 or not, but we've done a lot of the Mount Rushmore series, and being that this is WrestleMania season, feel like this one's kind of appropriate as well. The superstars of WrestleMania Mount Rushmore. So who would be your top four, your personal top four WrestleMania superstars? Is there anybody that wants to start us off? Do we want to go one at a time? Do you want to give your full top four? Does anybody want to kick us off? Or you want me to?
One at a time. I think there's going to be some repeaters.
Okay.
And Tim, I just watched that. He didn't lay it in that tight.
For an 80-year-old woman?
Yeah, you made it sound much worse.
I'm sorry, you clothesline 80-year-old women harder than that.
You made it sound like it was a JBL clothesline from hell.
For an 80-year-old woman, it might as well be.
80.
He might as well have short-armed it.
80, Ryan.
He choked up. It was totally fine, totally safe.
80. She was 80.
Not a big deal.
I think it's a big deal when you're 80.
It's not.
He could have broke a hip.
Does anybody want to start us off? I can start us off.
Go ahead, Big Jim.
All right, I'm going to kick us off. My number one is, the guy whose record is synonymous, career almost defined by WrestleMania, and that's The Undertaker.
Nicholas.
Now, that's Ryan's number one. And he's gone again.
He's gone.
Oh, darn.
But yeah, Undertaker is my number one. Tim, who's your number one?
My number one is going to be, I'm going to go with, honestly, Triple H. Triple H has had so many WrestleMania moments over the years. Can't go wrong with old Triple H. He's got to make the list.
Nice. Intern Mark.
Well, you know something, dude.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, boys. I gotta go with the Hulkster. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, there wouldn't have been a WrestleMania. So I got to put him on the list.
That's fair. Ryan, how about you?
That is fair. I will say that I did have The Undertaker and Hulk Hogan on my list as well. So two of mine are already eliminated. So I will go with Mr. WrestleMania himself, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Absolutely, bar none, has to be on the list. You don't get the name Mr. WrestleMania and not be etched in stone. Actually etched. On this day. Different etch.
Oh, different etch.
Different etch. But we're chiseling Shawn Michaels' mug up on the rocks.
Yeah. He's actually the one I have listed at number two. I was actually surprised because as I was doing some research to make my top four, Shawn Michaels has a 6-11 record at WrestleMania.
Can you be Mr. WrestleMania and lose all the time at WrestleMania?
Absolutely can, man.
Apparently you can.
Probably doing your job more, putting people over.
He lost to the Orient Express.
With the Rockers, yeah. That was WrestleMania 7, I believe. Ryan's gone again.
We lost Ryan.
Here you go.
I believe they lost to. Right, he lost to. Did he beat
Okay,
Tito?
let's count Rocker Shawn Michaels as your leadoff blow.
Okay.
Did he lose to El
Austin-
Matador at WrestleMania 8?
Austin, Diesel, Taker
Twin Towers.
twice, John Cena. Let's see who else. Triple H, Stevie Richards.
So
John
the dude
Cena.
that you have on your list and James has on his number 1, knowing it takes 2 to tango, and put on those caliber matches, he absolutely deserves to be on this list. And Matt's not here to back me up, but he deserves it.
Exactly, because Matt had more important things to do. Like,
Dude,
be at
there's a Grotto Pizza closer to him than it is to any of us. He's in the right.
Yeah, I'm
we're in the
pretty
wrong.
jelly about
He's
that at this
lucky.
point, if we're being honest.
Arr.
Tim, you're number 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God,
about
I have-
right the way he's acting.
I gotta give a full list because Undertaker's on my list, like obviously.
Okay. Well, so, but I mean, is he the person you have listed second?
Oh,
No,
I didn't know I was doing 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
I did.
like-
I mean,
You said Undertaker. I'm like, oh, Undertaker,
Okay.
absolutely number 1. So
Time
I'm
out.
gonna say Triple H.
You absolutely. It's not a totem pole, Jim. This is Mount Rushmore. It goes sideways.
well, I mean, but like left to
2, 3,
right, like
4.
Washington's in the number 1 slot on Mount
you
Rushmore.
really look at Mount Rushmore 1 to 4?
Kinda. I mean,
Really?
it's like
I've
left to
never
right.
heard
It's like
anybody say
reading.
that. Who else is up on there, Jim?
Isn't it? It's Washington, Adams, Jefferson, and Lincoln, right?
I actually wouldn't fucking know. I don't know why I
No.
asked.
No,
It's Washington and Lincoln.
Teddy
They're-
Roosevelt's up there.
it's Washington, Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, so I got a C. I got 3 out of 4. I had.
Will you stop?
I didn't mean to hit
Teddy
that
was up
button,
there.
but yeah.
How did he get up there? I don't even know.
I think he was the president at the time it was commissioned. Maybe I don't know.
Good for him.
Yeah, that
I don't
sounds
know.
right.
But I mean, I'm an idiot.
Teddy's like, yeah, I put my face up there.
Yeah, sure, go
I'm
ahead.
paying for it. Apparently, it's very underwhelming to actually see in person.
Well, yeah, you can't get anywhere
Yeah.
near it, and it's like, I mean, you got to realize every picture you see of it's on like Mega Zoom.
Right.
Yeah, I've had friends that have like gone there. I mean, it's neat, but it's an underwhelming landmark because you can't get near it. It's way up at the top of a mountain, and you're way at the bottom,
have you
miles
been to
away.
A landmark that absolutely blew your mind.
No, like I remember as a kid and went to Plymouth Rock, and you can't like first off you can't get near the rock, and it's literally just like a fucking rock on a beach. And you're like,
oh,
So-
jeez.
oh, cool.
Going to
Boring.
Okay.
Gettysburg as a collective, like actually going on like the tour
Mhm.
of where stuff happened, is kind of awe-inspiring. But I have to think like the number 1 most like jaw-droppingest landmark in America has to be the Grand Canyon, right?
I would think so.
Niagara
Yeah.
Falls. Niagara Falls blew me away.
Well,
Like,
that
the
but
Cave of the Winds.
but the Canadian
going-
that's the Canadian side's the more overwhelming of the Niagara Falls. Like the
Yeah.
U.S. side is.
yeah, you can. Correct. Yeah, the U.S. side though, like you can do the Cave of the Winds on the U.S. side, and water from the falls splashes onto a rock and splashes onto you. And
That's
you
fair.
you look up at a fall, and it is like I could die here.
Yeah.
The boat
it's
ride's
wild.
really cool.
It's just water.
Ah man, it's
It's just,
do
I mean, the
Cave of
Grand
Winds
Canyon's
thing,
just
man.
rocks.
It's gonna. The Grand Canyon's a hole in the earth. I can go out
Niagara
to the
Falls.
fucking road and look at that.
Niagara Falls is a natural dam. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I can drive through
can,
any
you're
road in
right.
Lancaster County and see a shitload of holes.
Yeah.
Um,
There's one that's consistently growing over in the what you call it?
oh,
Is
at
it-
Tanger Outlets.
yeah, that.
Yeah,
that
did they ever fill that
sinkhole-
in? Do we know?
I thought it was full. Last time I was there, I thought it was open. Maybe.
Boy, that's one thing I'm glad I'm out of Pennsylvania for. I ain't got to worry about no damn sinkholes over here. Thank God,
But
because
you have better soil.
not real. I mean, it's not
Uh-huh.
better. It's just we don't have sinkholes.
Yeah, yeah. 3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Tim, Mark, who's next on your list?
Well, I had everybody on my list has been mentioned already. I had the Undertaker. That's 2.
Ryan, is there anybody else on your list that hasn't been mentioned?
My 4th is I would carve out Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13, specifically that picture.
Nice. Very nice.
And I would have a little like red waterfall from his face.
The blood drip.
Right. Yes. That's the absolute face that I would put there.
So
Just
even
with waterfall.
So even though Stone Cold only wrestled at like
3
Yeah,
WrestleManias.
He's not on the 10 times
6
list.
manias,
Right, but you know exactly
13,
what picture I'm talking about,
14.
so fuck you.
13, 14, 15, 17, 18.
I just watched along that match with Final Wrestling Place.
Yeah, so you get it.
What? Look, man, you can't sit here and say, "Well, That's like saying that the Bible's your favorite book,
I'm not saying that.
or that my best friend is Jesus. Like
That's the
it doesn't
picture.
count.
And that's the one I'm etching up there.
That's fine. Some would say that's the only picture you need to etch on any stone anywhere.
Probably. I don't know who would say that.
That'd be Stone Cold.
I mean, the Stone Cold Steve Austin Blood from a Stone is absolutely like the most iconic single photo in wrestling, right?
So we should probably put that in some stone. Look, I even have waterworks, but what are you getting on my shit for?
I'm just messing with you.
I know you.
We
are.
haven't been able to give you shit for like a month, Ryan. This is all
I
built
don't
up.
appreciate it.
I haven't talked about Nicholas ever, and I've mentioned his name twice already.
2 or 3 times.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and Jim, fuck you. Like I didn't hear you be like, the tagline of this WrestleMania was on your stupid This Day in History bullshit segment.
The what?
That's what told me on.
Yeah.
Today's
I heard
wrestling
ya.
history shit.
Another name on mine. Actually, the other 2 have not been mentioned so far, but I'm going to say John Cena is one of them on my list. I believe
John
he
Cena.
next to the Undertaker, he has the second most wins, the second best record, winning percentage,
Wow.
and has been among the top. He's 10-5 at WrestleMania. Tim, are there any other ones on your list that haven't been mentioned?
No, I think the top 4 is It's Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena, and Hulk Hogan.
See, I didn't put Hogan on mine.
There's another one that like should be brought up, and it's probably the other side of the coin for Ryan.
Andre the Giant.
Bret Hart.
Oh,
That's my 4th.
Now, of course, Bret Hart.
That's my 4th. No, and I know you're going to do that. And so the reason why, first off, he's the only person that has ever wrestled at 12 straight WrestleManias. And I mean his match
4 through 13.
2 through 13.
Yeah. 2 through 13. Yeah,
2 through 13.
I don't think he was on 1.
So he wasn't on WrestleMania 1. He was on WrestleManias 2 through 13. It is the longest streak of consecutive WrestleManias wrestled at. And like his matches with Piper, Owen, Austin, Shawn Michaels, the Iron Man
how
match.
many of those years did Jim the Anvil Neidhart have to carry him?
Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But because I wasn't even necessarily thinking Brett, and then when Ernest and I were talking about this, he casually mentioned Brett, and I was like, he does have a real strong WrestleMania resume.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if we're gonna talk, and you're same way you yelled at Tim, if we're gonna talk about the other side of a great match, a moment that has to be etched in stone.
You know what? I'm taking somebody off and putting Goldberg kicking Brett in the face.
Oh,
That didn't even happen at WrestleMania.
That wasn't at
I don't give a
WrestleMania,
shit.
Ryan.
You know what? Then that's going to be etched into Plymouth Rock.
Laser etched into
Just
Laser etched
that
into
little
it.
Thing.
You can save that for the Mount Rushmore Starcade.
Why don't you just put like Brett's CAT scan from after that?
Oh,
no.
wow.
Oh no.
Oh no, no,
Oh, yeah,
no.
that's really good.
That's
It's good, he said.
Sure, that's
That's-
really
Oh
good.
my.
That's-
That was a great match. at
that's
13.
bad. That's
13 is an absolutely
13
perfect.
was a great
Dude.
match. Really was.
It makes me watching that match at 13 makes me want to go back tomorrow because don't tell anybody, but tomorrow's supposed to be a really, really slow day at work. So I might watch some wrestling instead. Do it. And I might go back and watch Survivor Series 96
ooh, solid.
to watch the actual wrestling match
Yeah.
with the slick finish.
So you would call this like the Gaga match with the gigging and the.
I wouldn't call it the Gaga match, but
I mean,
it
it was
just
perfect for a WrestleMania. It really was.
So we talked about it on Final Wrestling Place, and bar me to bring it up again, but it's like
No, it's fine.
Um,
You're
Did you
toting
guys know
praise.
that Tim does another podcast? Are you aware of that? Did you hear about this?
I had a
At
random
the end of the-
conversation.
At the
I
end of
had
the
a
show,
random-
I don't
he'll
think so,
promote
Tim.
it for like 13 minutes in his whole I'm the Toolman Taylor gimmick. If you haven't heard, just stay tuned. That's how we have listeners the whole way through the show.
Boy, Smokey, you woke up on the wrong side of the hibernation bed.
It's getting hot in here.
Okay, so I happen to I happen to talk to my best friend about wrestling and make it recorded sometimes. But
I like the other guy better.
yeah, me too. He's the talent, and I'm the grease monkey that makes all the stuff work.
What a stud.
He is.
Oh
He's
my
a
God,
stud.
turkey
He's
tits.
Toss. But it's the blueprint for every Attitude Era brawl from 13 until like
Yesterday.
19. Like every Triple H, Rock, Austin main event from 13 to 19 followed this same formula that they built in 13
Great
not
call.
even the main event of the pay-per-view.
No. I forgot.
the only
Yeah,
match.
you're right.
By the end of the match, Bret Hart has become the number one heel.
Mhm.
He has set up Stone Cold Steve Austin as the next big baby face. And he sets up Ken Shamrock as a number one upper mid-carder.
How
Tell me
did
somebody that
how
does
did Ken
better.
Shamrock get into that Smedium referee shirt? By the way,
Paint?
I mean, you could
That
hear
was
the
actually
material.
the first body painting ever recorded.
You could hear the
Vince
material
McMahon-
screaming through that matchup.
You can hear just Vince McMahon, Randy Marshing, just covered head to toe in baby oil. Oh my God, he's so big.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Stop it!
What was the Shane McMahon music
It's
for?
right above the.
Oh, okay.
So I accidentally
But it
clicked
was
that.
actually
Naturally,
really
you would put
good.
the-
It actually worked out really well for that one. All right,
I watched the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, which was great, by the way. I highly recommend.
I did
checking
hear
out.
good things.
A fantastic pure wrestling match between John Gresham and Dax Draper. Sorry, flawless match on my top match of the year list.
Ooh.
It was so good. It's absolutely going to make my top 5 at the end of the year. This match was that good. But Ian Riccaboni said something. And I wish I'll have to look it up because people were harassing him about it. But he used like an old wrestling term. Caprice Coleman called him out right. Let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Who is he talking about?
Look it
boy,
up.
I don't even remember
Look
who it
it up.
was. EC3.
Okay.
He was fucking ripped.
He's not a small guy.
Striations, maybe he was talking about the striations in his leg.
Striations?
Was that maybe the word? I'll have to look it up.
Vascular.
It definitely wasn't vascular. Love Ian
Brian,
Riccaboni, by the way. I think he's a fantastic comic.
He said it on Twitter.
No, he said it on over the air, but Caprice Coleman tweeted about it, and I'm sure it was Caprice Coleman that tweeted about it.
But yeah, I definitely did hear good things about
I love hearing your quick typing, Tim.
Yeah, I know.
It's very
Come on.
ASMR-y. If you're
It really is.
if
Yeah,
you're an,
that's what you pay. That's what you pay for the good keyboards, man.
yeah, that's what it is. All right,
And they're
let's.
bringing back the women in Ring of Honor, so that's a really cool
Yes,
thing.
that's
too.
that is a
Women of Honor.
that is a great thing, as well. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?